Walking away from a stolen inheritance is not an act of defeat. It is a quiet, radical declaration of spiritual liberation. When you surrender the battle over what was wrongfully taken, you trade a lifetime of toxic bitterness, courtrooms, and broken family ties for an unshakable inner peace. In the accounting of the soul, releasing a material debt you are owed frees up an abundance of grace, breaks generational karmic cycles, and shifts your trust from fleeting worldly security to the ultimate provider of your true wealth. Welcome to the Sovereign Renaissance, a channel through the arcane, mystical, and occult science. Surrendering the battle over a stolen inheritance, choosing peace, forgiveness, and trust over endless legal and personal warfare is one of the most profound acts of spiritual refinement. While the material loss is real and painful, the act of surrendering it opens up powerful spiritual advantages across various philosophical and faith traditions, breaking the bonds of generational karma and bitterness. Family inheritance disputes often trigger toxic cycles of resentment, greed, and hostility that drag on for generations. Choosing to surrender the fight acts as a circuit breaker. By refusing to let theft define your peace, you stop evil or greed from reproducing itself through you, protecting your mind and spirit from the slow poison of chronic bitterness. Deepening faith and radical trust. When you wield what you are rightfully owed, you shift your trust away from a worldly security and toward a higher power or universe. In many spiritual traditions, this aligns with the principle that God or the cosmos is your true provider, not a will or an estate. Surrendering the stolen assets acts as an ultimate declaration. And I quote, "My security, worth, and future do not depend on what was taken from me." End quote. Liberation from material attachment. Eastern traditions, such as Buddhism and Hinduism, emphasize that suffering stems from attachment. Money and property are fleeting, yet people often chain their identities and happiness to them. Surrendering a stolen inheritance accelerates spiritual awakening by forcing a direct experience of non attachment. It forces a realization that true wealth lies in inner peace, moral clarity, and soul integrity, things no relative or legal loophole can steal. Reclaiming your spiritual energy and life force. Litigating or endlessly obsessing over inheritance theft drains immense mental, physical, and spiritual energy. That lost energy could otherwise fuel your life purpose, health, creativity, and relationships. Surrendering the issue isn't giving up out of weakness, it is a conscious reclamation of your life force. You reclaim your present moment instead of sacrificing it to past betrayals, cultivating higher forgiveness and grace. True forgiveness really happens when everything goes right. It is tested when you are deeply wronged. Letting go of a stolen inheritance places you in a state of grace. It allows you to view the perpetrators with pity rather than sheer hatred, recognizing that anyone willing to steal from family is spiritually bankrupt and bound to the severe karmic or divine consequences of their actions. Key perspective across spiritual traditions. In Christianity, mirrors of teachings of Jesus in Matthew chapter 5 verse 40. If anyone wants to sue you and take your shirt, hand over your coat as well. And the principle that vengeance belongs to the Lord in Romans chapter 12 verse 19. It shifts focus from temporal riches to storing up treasures in heaven. Buddhism focuses on the law of karma. The person who stole the inheritance has created severe negative karma for themselves. Surrendering allows you to avoid creating negative karma through anger or revenge, keeping your own karmic footprint clean. Stoicism and Western philosophy differentiates between what is in your control or your character, responses, and peace, and what is outside of your control, others people's dishonesty or court rulings. Surrendering is the ultimate practice of wisdom and stoic tranquility. In the end, those who steal material wealth inherit only the negative and heavy burden of their own deceit, while those who surrender the fight walk away with something far more precious, an untethered spirit and an unsaleable peace. What was taken was merely property, but what you claim by letting go is your total freedom. Leave them the silver and keep the sanctuary of your soul. And if you liked this episode, please do like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, goodbye.